Today, we talk about online influences and how we maintain our apostolic identity. Let's talk about that. Woo! We are back. Welcome to Let's Talk About That, episode 56. Couldn't find the button. Alrighty. Thank you for joining us today, Pastor.
Thank you for inviting me to join you today.
I was going to say, it's not even an invite at this point. It's just, you're just part of it.
It's expected.
It's just expected at this point. It doesn't matter.
Well, my retirement's coming. No.
Oh. But thank you all for joining us today also. And be on the lookout. We're going to have some episodes coming up with some guests.
Told you. I'm retiring before I get fired.
No.
I'm retiring, taking my pension. I'm done.
Oh, that's great. That's good. But yes, today our episode topic is apostolic identity and online influences. So today we will be talking about how the online influences our apostolic identity.
Yeah, that's good.
Something like that.
That's good.
Just whatever ChatGPT spit out here.
Can't wait.
Whatever it gave
us.
I was watching a video. Speaking of which, this morning, someone who...
Speaking of online influences.
Yeah, speaking of online influences. Now, I haven't vetted this either. I need to vet it for myself to see. So that's fair too. But this lady, she was a doctor.
Yeah. And
she was trying to get ChatGPT to bring up like some statistics on whatever the specific topic was. Mm-hmm. She says, okay, now I want you to give me the references for where you're getting this data from. Gives her the references. Now she's like, give me the links for these references. Gives her the links. Clicks on the links. The links don't do anything.
What?
She says it into the system. These links didn't do anything. Could you please give me links that work? Clicks on them again. And it apologizes. It's like, oh, I know this is so frustrating. I'm so sorry for this.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like, man, this is weird. And clicks the links. Again, they don't work. And then she goes back onto it and starts chewing out ChatGPT saying, you've given me links and files that don't mean anything, that don't work, that aren't real.
Yeah.
And it comes back on there and says, you're right. Thank you for catching me on this. And I'm like, what?
That's wild.
So I'm like, now we're going to go try to break ChatGPT.
Who knows?
Which we already have been trying to do that lately. So
I know.
We're going to have to share those photos at some point.
No, we're not. I don't think so. Yeah, sure. Of yours.
Yeah. I asked ChatGPT to make me a new headshot photo with this picture I had. Pastor can vouch for this. He's like, yeah, it looks just like you in about 20 years.
It was great.
It's like, no.
The one in the armor was pretty cool.
The one in the armor was super cool. Of course, it was the armor of God. That's what it was.
Absolutely. The whole armor.
The whole armor.
Minus the helmet.
Oh, that's right. There was no helmet.
No, I think maybe he was holding his helmet, which does no good unless it's on your head. But anyways.
Which, if it's the armor of God, you should never take off the helmet.
Wow.
That'll preach right there.
Come on, somebody.
All right. But yes, today we are talking about those apostolic identities in the platforms and social medias and so forth and on that influence us, whether we like it, whether we don't like it. And we'll banter on that and talk about that in just a second.
Yeah.
But I guess we might as well get to it. Everybody's favorite time of the week. Pastor Whitley, take it away.
Why did...
And he's very excited, y'all.
Why did the Christian cross the road?
Oh, why?
To get across.
That's great.
What do you call a Catholic priest that becomes a lawyer?
Oh, gosh. What?
A father-in-law.
Oh.
A saint asked her pastor to pray for her hearing. He placed his hand on her ears and prayed a powerful prayer in Jesus' name. Then he said, "Is your hearing any better?" She said, "I won't know until I appear before the judge on Monday." One lady said, "I went to my pastor because I'm addicted to Facebook." My pastor said, "I'm sorry, I don't follow you."
That goes so good with today.
Adam woke up one morning to find Eve counting his ribs. He demanded to know what she was doing. And she said, I'm counting to make sure there's no other women in your life.
Oh, all right. Which one of those was the one?
That one was my favorite.
Okay. Yeah.
The Christian crossing the road is pretty funny too, but
that was so good.
Mainly because I said last midweek service, I said we were talking about what are we talking about? We're talking about what we say.
Yeah.
Talking about the tongue being the unruly member, and I was talking about gossip. When people say, did you hear? I said I'm at the point where I don't even want to hear any gossip, and when people say, why did the chicken cross the road? I'm just like, I don't know. It's none of my business.
It's none of my business.
It's not important. If it's not important,
you even said that. That's right. You even said that.
When I found that today, that was great. And if you need my sources, I can cite them.
Oh,
I did not make these for the record.
For the record,
I did not make these jokes up.
Oh, wait. Now do it.
For the record, I did not make these jokes up.
All right. Love it. Oh, this is going to be good. Yes, those are amazing. I'm going to have to up my joke game if I'm going to catch that.
Come on now.
So I just kind of want to talk about this briefly before we're jumping into this topic. I'm not putting down, I'm not demonizing social media. Let me say that again. My megaphone doesn't work, so I'm not demonizing.
I am not demonizing.
I have to make my own.
Or putting down social media.
I'm not saying that those things are wrong inherently, because they're not necessarily.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of things in life.
Sure.
It never was intended to be used or misused in such a way that so many things are nowadays.
Yeah.
The firearms were used to, weapons of war to protect people and so forth, hunting. And, people misuse that stuff so frequently these days. So many other things.
Perversion. Perverted.
Yes. Our food, people pervert our food. We're not meant to consume 10,000, 20 billion calories a day.
Wow.
Eating, 5 Krispy Kreme donuts.
I don't know if that's is that biblical? You sure?
For the record. Even though I am getting me some Krispy Kreme donuts for a fundraiser tomorrow, so whoop, whoop, I'll share one with you. I'll swing by your house and share one.
Just throw it out the window as you go by.
Catch! like Frisbee.
That's right. You don't even have to slow down.
Oh, gosh. Oh, I wonder. We're going to have to test that. Maybe not with donuts.
Not with a Krispy Kreme.
No,
we can
with a
test
Krispy
that
Kreme.
with those ones we can get at Walmart.
Yeah. Or some of those from the store that are like really fluffy. That way it won't hurt as bad.
Oh, no, I just don't want to waste a Krispy Kreme donut.
Yeah.
Or any other fluffy donut.
Well, no, that's fair too. Maybe we should test it with a water balloon and see what the impact is. Get us one of those ballistic skeletons.
That's great.
Anyways, can a donut kill you if it's thrown out of a car going 60 miles per hour? Yes, it can. If it's 2 weeks stale.
Oh, goodness.
For the record, I am not demonizing nor putting down social media because, again, it can be a great tool. But like so many things nowadays, modern times, when was the last time we truly used it for its intended purpose instead of doom scrolling, using it to find the latest gossip or using it to, all these other things, keeping up with people in the wrong ways so that you can tell everybody else. Speaking of gossip.
Yeah. No, I've been off social media for a few weeks now.
That's right.
And the main reason,
saying, how do you feel?
Great. And the main reason for that, it's not that I was,
not that you was doing some terrible sin, doom scrolling.
Yeah. It was just, I asked myself one day as I was just, taking a stroll on a Sunday afternoon, let me see how everybody's service went, let me see blah, 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 whatever.
Oh, wow.
And then I was like, asking myself the question, is this really benefiting you at all?
That's good. Right
I'm not
there.
saying it doesn't have a purpose. I think we can use it to, we can. You're not gonna reach the world through social media
Valid point.
because discipleship is 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Discipleship is not long distance.
It's like you always say about impacting people.
Yeah, you got to be up close.
Yeah. You might, is it
Influence.
I was going to say, you might influence somebody, which, we have that term. So
Influencers.
Yeah. Influencers. That's such a heavily used term these days, is all these online influencers, social media influencers, YouTube influence. They use that term influencer because, technically, yeah, that's what a lot of them are doing. They're making content. Sometimes they do represent stuff, show stuff, teach things to influence people.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of it is influencing in the wrong ways.
Sure.
But anyways, you can influence people, but you can never impact them until you get up close and personal with them. So yeah, that's exactly the point to that. And to talk about that a little bit today, again, there are many types of influencers, influences even. Our podcast, other podcaster influences can be.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I do want to bring awareness to these online platforms and these influences that we're bringing into our lives. What are these things bringing into our lives? Are they building us up? Are they tearing us down?
Yeah, that's so good.
Dividing us? Are they even more importantly, are they dividing us from God?
Yeah.
It's bad enough that we are divided person to person or people to people or families are divided, whatever. But even worse is when we become divided and separated from God.
We definitely do not need another time waster.
No. Because there's enough of those.
There's enough of that. That's
way
right.
too many of those.
That's right.
But yes, I just wanted to kind of bring that into the forefront of this to talk about. This is the reason, we want to talk about maintaining our apostolic identities and what that apostolic identity is to us. We need to make sure we understand ourselves, what that identity is, what it represents. How does it look to others? How does it look to us? But yes, I want to talk about that a little bit. But first question here, how do we maintain our apostolic identity in a world of online influences?
I think we do that first by understanding that what we see really does affect us.
Yes.
The statistics are pretty staggering. I do have those somewhere.
You got this. You got the sources.
I have this. Yeah.
I'm
Right.
kidding.
90% of our thoughts are determined by what we see.
Wow. That's a lot.
90%. We retain long-term memory about 65% of what we receive through eyes and ears simultaneously. This is memory.
Yeah.
But we only retain about 15% about what comes through the ears alone.
Wow.
One example that we can, or one way we can know this is true, is if you've ever seen, if anybody's ever told you the story of a terrible accident versus you seeing a terrible accident.
Ooh. Yeah.
So which one is going to plague your dreams?
Yeah.
Or your mind.
Yeah.
It's the one that you
absolutely.
saw with your eyes, not the one you heard with your ears.
And I think that could be one of the arguments for the horror movies and scary movies and stuff like that, and to certain extents there,
Yeah.
because it paints that picture so much more vividly than just hearing the ghost story, so to speak.
That's right. And you can't take your brain out and wash it.
No, you for sure can't. That's the scary thing.
Yeah. And so you're going to, without the help of the Holy Ghost, you're going to replay those things over and over in your mind. And what you think on, that's what you become.
Wow.
So it matters what we are viewing. I think Paul said maybe to the church at Thessalonica, he said, abstain from all appearance of evil.
Yeah.
Stay away from anything that looks evil.
Wow.
Don't put, as David said, he made a covenant. He said, I'll set no wicked thing before my eyes. I'm not going to put it in front of me. And I realized that he didn't have to deal with social media.
That's fair enough.
They didn't have to deal with things like that. But I think the first step in all of this is understanding that what we see has a real effect on our life.
Yeah,
it has
100%.
a real effect on our spiritual walk. It's funny how these are overlapping with our Wednesday night series right now. So a lot of this, goes hand in hand. But I'll just list some. I'll list some things. Eve saw a tree.
Oh,
Samson saw a woman.
man.
Achan saw a Babylonian garment and gold and silver. David saw Bathsheba washing herself. So while we can be tempted through our other senses, there's a reason that John, in 1 John, there's a reason that he specifically mentioned the lust of the eyes.
Yeah.
Because it's a real problem. Jesus said the eye is the gate to the soul, the gate to the heart. If your eye is single, the whole body is single. If your eye is evil or wicked, then the whole body is wicked.
Yes.
Because it impacts every part of who you are.
And speaking about those negative influences, because we can all agree that most of those things ended up being a negative influence.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
I did. I cherry picked those because they were.
Yeah. But there's some positive influences like that too.
Yeah.
There were people that saw Jesus do miracles.
Yeah.
Probably one that just came to my mind. One of my favorites is Jesus calms the storm.
Yeah.
And the demon-possessed man runs to Jesus, falls before him. And he saw something good, something positive.
Yeah.
And it influenced his life and changed his life in a positive way.
Sure.
But yeah, it's so many different ways that it could do. Things could influence us for the good, for the bad. And it's important that we understand the difference and how to differentiate.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So those things that we see, they have real influence on our life. And one reason I think that social media and online influences, let's just say digital influences.
Yeah.
Whether it's
even better,
whatever, electronic influences. I don't know. Because I don't want to just say social media, but it's just there's so many things there. Any media,
you got
any digital media.
I was going to say you got your
not just social media, but yeah,
stuff
any
like
digital
that.
media. Number one, because it's readily available.
Yeah,
I mean my oldest son, he gets a newspaper every week. That's how he catches up on.
That's awesome.
The times. I mean, he is a little old man in a young man's body.
He's an old
soul. There you go.
Yeah.
But that's how he keeps up with current times.
I love it.
But it's so readily available. I mean, how many people first thing in the morning when they get up, they turn their alarm clock off and the next thing they do is check Facebook?
Come on now.
And for what?
No reason.
I mean,
I'm guilty.
what's the reason for it? Is it just a habit?
Pop up, open my email, open Facebook. What's going on?
So
literally no one's messaging me or have anything going on. But
well, I realize I've arrived at adulthood because the first thing I do after I turn my alarm clock off is check the weather.
Oh yes.
Which it plays a big part in my job too. So
that's very fair.
I work outside a lot. But it's so readily available. And number two, how addicting is that blue light?
Oh, it's terrible.
There's an interesting study about how people that send out, and if you do this, I'm not attacking you, I'm just stating some facts. People that send out the same message, they're just a copy and paste message to multiple people.
Oh yeah.
That they do it, and then oftentimes, even when people respond, they won't respond. They won't respond back. But the purpose is they just wanted the high of hearing the notification come in that somebody had responded.
Ding.
They were addicted to the response.
Wow.
They were addicted to that notification.
That's intense.
So,
oh my gosh.
First thing in the morning, you get up, you check Facebook. What's the first thing you do?
See if you have
hit that bell.
Yeah.
And if there's any numbers on that bell, you're going to see what those notifications are. You do that before you scroll. I'm going to check the notifications because I like that notification. And it's, I think it's safe to say that it is an addiction.
Yeah.
And every one of us
really.
experience it. If you've been on Facebook, you know, I want to see that. But there is a feeling of excitement that comes with that.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is we don't have that going off in the real world. And the problem is social media. Let me attack social media. Let me wage war on social media. No. Social media is, as hard as it is to accept, social media is not the real world.
No, not at all.
As a matter of fact,
The real world's not the real world.
Well, that's another story. Before
Take my tinfoil hat off now. Okay.
Before modern social media, you had other websites and places where you could pretend to be somebody else. You could
MySpace.
but you were still yourself on there.
That, yeah.
On MySpace, you were more yourself than you are on Facebook.
That's fair.
I mean, you had your favorite song as the
Background
so people
music when you
could
open
really
it.
see who you were.
Yes.
But there was another site, something like the Second Life or something, and you could almost like an avatar, but not.
Oh,
but
yeah.
you could be somebody totally different.
Well, there's so many things that do that nowadays.
Yeah.
Specifically video games and stuff like that, where you create your perfect avatar however you want it to be. It can look like an what do they call them? Humanoid. So where it's an animal, but it looks like a human, functions like, walks like a human.
Yeah, I'm like,
whatever.
okay, guys.
It's like, okay.
I do that with people, these companies making these androids today, or the robots today. I'm like, why do you have to make them like a human?
Yeah, those are
why
the
does it
weird
have to
ones.
be a human? I mean,
Those
why
are
can't
the
you?
weird ones.
Why can't it just look like a robot?
Yeah.
You know, give it the square head, make it look like
A square head.
you know. Anyways, but in reality, those social media, the news media. Let's just say social media. It's a picture perfect world, and no pun intended, but that's exactly what it is. The perfect pictures are taken at the perfect time.
Yes.
And they're edited to be perfect.
Yes.
So that nothing is out of place, nothing is wrong. And even churches, when you, as a saint of God, you're looking at somebody else's social media, you're looking at another church's social media.
Come on now, talk about it.
You'll look at that and you will say, wow, their church is perfect.
Booming.
They've got it all together.
Like, did you see that picture? They had at least 500 people up at the front of the altar jumping and shouting.
They all look the same. No. They're crowd duplicating.
Copy paste.
They're auto-tuning.
Yeah.
They have tuned and retuned before they have uploaded. Everything sounds perfect. Everything looks perfect. Now, the only person that is attractive to is saints from another church. Because the sinner couldn't care less what your music sounds like or blah, blah, blah.
Come on.
That's designed to attract people from other churches. Now, I think it can be used to influence and at least let people in your community know that you're there.
Yeah.
But again, the number one influence is not going to be social media. It's going to be your personal contact.
Yeah. 100%.
That's going to be the number one. But we have created this picture perfect world on social media where you don't really know who's who and what's what. So you're thinking, oh wow, look at this family. They've got it all together. Mm-hmm. Everything is perfect. You know, they've got the perfect spouse, the perfect kids. Oh, look at what her husband does for her. Look at what his wife does for him. You know, taking pictures at the exact moment when everything is just right. And you don't see the reality.
Yeah.
You don't see that they were cussing and screaming just 5 minutes before they took the picture.
Right.
You don't see all of that. So it has a potential to create this detrimental idea that everybody else is perfect and we're flawed.
Yeah.
And it's
or if you don't live over here where they're saying you need to live,
yeah,
you can't live a happy life. Or if you don't drive this right here, if you don't have this kind of car, if you don't have, all these other things, like you can't be happy with all of these things because look, all these people that have these things are so happy. Exactly what you're saying.
Digital media. Let's talk about a different one. Let's get off the social media before Zuckerman. No, that's not his name.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, Zimmerman. Who's the other guy? Anyways,
I don't know either.
So let's get on the news media. When's the last time you heard anything positive?
Most of the time you don't.
Because negative news sells.
Yeah.
Positive news doesn't. I mean, why do people gossip? They don't tell good things.
Because how many people could you go say something to right now? Have you seen anything about the hurricane in Jamaica? And they'd be like, oh, yeah, let me tell you. They could tell you precisely the wind speed, how many houses are destroyed and all these things. And be like, all right, now tell me something good. And be like, well.
Yeah, that's right. No, because negative news sells.
Yeah.
And the more, and I've started seeing this the last couple of years more than I have in the past. And if you read The Marketing of Evil, I think every Christian needs to read it. That's not my book suggestion today, but
should be.
I think everybody needs to read it. The Marketing of Evil. It opens your eyes to a lot of this stuff. So I've noticed the last few years, we use our local weather company, their app, and their app and their social media. The last few years, it does not matter what the weather pattern is; it's always so dramatic. But it's so they can get likes and followers, and everybody will be in an uproar, and it's just panic all the time. And it's a struggle to find a reliable weather agency, weather reporter that is not dramatic.
You got a good point.
I'm like, every windstorm that comes through is not going to be the end of the world.
I was going to say, because you'll watch their little updates, especially if there's any sense of a storm coming of any kind, and they're like, all right, everybody, be ready.
Yeah, that's right.
It's fixing to come down and blow us away.
And it's going to blow every house within a 500 square mile radius. It's going to blow every one of them away.
Yeah.
No, it's not the case, but that's the way they make you feel. Now, I believe in being cautious and being prepared.
Yeah.
I believe in all that. But there's a lot of hype and very dramatic undertones that go along with it.
Yeah. Overtones. We'll say overtones.
Yeah. And you really have to filter it out, because it will cause you to live in a panic state.
Yeah, 100%.
You're always fearful. Every time it rains, you're going to need an ark.
Might be a reason why we have so many higher cases of anxiety.
Oh, absolutely.
And panic attacks.
Yeah. So social media is, and the book I'm going to recommend is speaking exactly to that. The anxious generation.
Ooh. With
the advent of social media, depression is through the roof. Stress and anxiety is through the roof, and it's all tied back. The increase in all of that is tied directly to social media.
Wow.
Digital media. Yeah. Not just social media, but digital media. It's all tied to digital media.
Oh, yeah.
Suicide cases through the roof. Why? It's all tied back to digital media.
Lord help us.
Yeah. So we have to understand, first and foremost, going back to it, that what we see does influence us. And it influences more than we know, because what we think about is what we become.
Yeah.
And then what we become comes back out. So what we think about is who we become. That's who we are. And then out of the heart, Jesus said, proceeds all of these different things: murders, envying, all of these other evil things that come back out because we have allowed these things in our life to influence us, and they've changed the way that we think. And when they change the way that we think, then they change who we are.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing our best to, here at the sanctuary, we're doing our best to disciple our children. Because that's the generation that's being attacked right now with this digital media that we are talking about. I mean, they're a generation they've had cell phones in their hand, or seen people with cell phones since they were born.
Yeah.
You and I, when we were kids, there were cell phones, but I mean, they were so big, you had to have a backpack to carry them around, or a suitcase. Yes. It was cars that had phones in them,
I remember the first time my dad got a phone in the car. And I just thought that was the coolest thing ever in the 90s.
I know I have a great uncle who has, in the town we grew up in, the last 4 digits of his phone number are 0003. He was the third person, and it's still his number today. In the early 90s, he was the third person to get a cell phone, and that's why his number is 0003. I'm not going to tell you the first 3 because I don't want you calling him. But I remember that. So
that's wild.
I didn't have, even have access to one until I was 16, until I was driving. And then I didn't have
16, even then it wasn't a data one.
No, it was whatever. You
cellular
call
only.
and text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was I don't even know if I could text on mine at the time.
And you were cautious about when you called and when you text.
Yes.
Not cautious as in I don't want to get called. You were cautious as in I got to wait till a certain time so this doesn't cost more money.
Yes.
I've only got so many text messages. I could dial star, I don't even remember, whatever, and tell me how many text messages that I'd sent and received.
Yeah.
But that's
oh my gosh.
That's long gone. So we have to figure out how to deal with it today.
Yeah.
Now, at the same time, neither do I think we need to be draconian and say, throw it all out the window.
Yeah, as some people do.
No, I think we need to be cautious. I think we need to be careful. We need to be disciplined with it. We need to be aware of these things. And now, if we cannot, then maybe we do need a cell phone that all it will do is call and text.
Oh, you're not wrong.
I'm not opposed to that. You can survive.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bibles tell us, if your hand offends you, chop that joker off.
You say that to some people. You say,
if your eye offends you, pluck it out. Like, it's not just painting a picture here. Like, it's telling you the literal truth. Like,
absolutely,
you're better off without it if you can't control it.
That's right.
But yeah, it goes right back to as technology evolves, we got to find the right and the wrong ways to embrace it.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot of good ways to embrace stuff like that. But again, to maintain that apostolic identity, sometimes we do have to do without, be without, be set apart, literally and figuratively. We've got to be set apart from some things because we're just not meant for them.
I'm not trying to give us jet lag or not jet lag. What's that? Whiplash. I'm not trying to give us whiplash, but going back to the Bible studies, we have some people in the church that do Bible studies online. But at the same time, they're getting them connected in their local communities. I mean, some of them are 6, 7, 8 hours away.
Wow.
But they're getting them connected in their local community church. Getting them connected to the church in their community where they live, because they also understand. It's not enough for you to have this online connection. You need to have connection with real people that you can, that you can physically touch. That you're close enough that they can speak into your life.
Yes.
It's hard for somebody to. I don't want to just say give us advice, but it's hard for somebody to mentor us or to make a disciple of us or disciple us from a distance, because they really, Jesus didn't call his disciples and say, hey, keep fishing, and every once in a while I'll come back and I'll give you some advice.
Yeah.
No, he said, come follow me, walk with me. They were together. If they weren't together 24/7, they were together a lot. I know Peter had a wife. He had a mother-in-law, so I assume he had a wife. So he probably went home to his family a lot, at least to his wife. So maybe they weren't there 24/7 with Jesus, but they were there every day with him at some point.
Yeah, it'd be just like training a new employee. You don't just say, "This is how you do it."
Yeah,
I'll check back on you next week, next month, and I'll see how well you're doing.
Yeah, here's this video. Watch it.
Yeah. To use the analogy of pouring out, which is what we're doing with one another. We're pouring out of ourselves what God has poured into us, what other people have poured into us.
Yeah.
And it's just literally looking at it like a pitcher of water and a glass. Like if you're going to fill that up, the closer you are, the better off you are.
That's right.
Because if you're trying to fill that cup up from a mile up in the air,
there's going to be you're going to lose some.
Like it's not all going to go in the cup.
No.
So yeah, it's going to work a lot better the closer you are. That way you can make that impact.
Absolutely.
Not just pour it out up here, and then maybe a couple of drops to get in. Because, as long as a couple of drops get in, that's better than nothing. But
yeah. Musicians, can you learn online? Yeah. Is it as effective as learning in person? Probably not.
No, not always.
Because it's not as easy to say, okay, let's say on the piano, this is where your fingers need to be. Here, let me show you. You can see it online, but you're not up close and personal. It's
exactly. And then that instructor can look at you and see, yeah, you may, just using the music as an analogy, you may have your fingers in the right place. Playing drums, you got your arms and your hands in the right place, but they can look at you and tell, but there's something still off. Like you're extremely rigid. Like you need to.
Yeah. Your posture is off.
And I've seen the same thing with people that do work, exercises, what am I thinking? Physical therapy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you have a personal trainer in a sense that's there with you in person, digital trainers is a big thing now.
Yeah.
You can learn from a video. And you can learn from a video. But then I've seen way better results when there's somebody who's, and this is one guy, he literally is a physical therapist, but he makes YouTube videos to explain, how to work out, what you're working out, best thing you can do. Anyways, but he talks about, he does physical therapy for athletes. And he says, for each athlete, I watch them train. I watch how their body moves, how their body works. I see where their flaws are. I see where they're lacking, where they're needing.
Yeah.
I see where they're strong in, where they're weak in, and I can develop a personal program specifically for them.
Yeah.
And with that deeper connection, he can get them to the place that they need to be.
That's right.
And it's the same thing. If we just got these online influences, we're not there to see the highs, the lows. We're not there to see the struggles necessarily. Because you can play a 5-minute motivational video,
absolutely,
and feel great.
Yeah. What are you going to do? What are you going to do when the motivation is gone?
Exactly.
So, I don't want us to be misunderstood. Obviously, we are podcasting on an online platform.
Yeah.
But neither are we trying to pastor or disciple people.
Yeah.
In an online platform. So, if you're listening, you do need to have that kind of relationship. You need a pastor in your life that can speak into your life, but you also need somebody that you can disciple and that can disciple you.
Yes.
You need somebody that you can follow in your life. You don't allow yourself to fall into that trap of, I'm going to follow from a distance.
Yeah.
We always talk about you can't lead from a distance, but rarely do we mention that neither can you follow from a distance.
Right.
You need to be up close.
Well, it's like looking at the analogy of a sheep and a shepherd. The shepherd isn't 2 miles away, it's streaming to the sheep. Look, this is where you guys need to go today.
Yeah, let me get a bullhorn. I'm gonna stand over here on this mountain, and I'll warn you if a wolf is coming.
Exactly.
And you just run as fast as you can.
Yes.
No, he's close enough that when a predator comes into a predator comes into the flock, that he can defend the flock.
Yeah.
He's going to put himself in between the predator and the prey.
He's got that staff for a reason.
Yeah.
And it's not just to help him walk.
That's right.
It's for him to knock the silly animals that come after him.
You almost said snot, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
And it's also there to knock the sheep sometimes. When they're...
Are you saying that we sometimes need to be knocked in the head?
Absolutely.
Some of us more than others. I feel attacked.
No. You're the one that needs to be knocking me in the head.
Ah, come on now.
But yeah, like I've thought about that analogy. We use it so much. Our pastors are our shepherds. Well, that shepherd is there to knock you in the head sometimes when you go running off and he says, I told you not to do that.
Come on now.
But I have, we use the term, pastor stepping on my toes.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason he's stepping on your toes. He's trying to get close enough to you.
Because you're standing where he's walking.
Yeah.
It's like the old Quaker that said, to the man that broke in his house, I would not harm thee for anything, but you're standing where I'm about to shoot.
Yeah.
You know, if you're standing where he's preaching, you know, you better expect to feel it.
Yeah.
And thank God, that's mercy.
It's exactly right. Because that's how you impact somebody, by getting up close and personal.
Yeah.
To our point.
So for the record, even when pastors knock you in the head,
For the record.
they will then pick you up and carry you back to the vault.
Yes. Sorry, I forgot that part, didn't I?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
All right. Do you have any more you'd like to add here, sir?
You know, I have a lot I could say, but I was preaching last Sunday, and I was trying to convey a thought. I don't want to say just a feeling, because it wasn't a fleeting feeling, but it was something that was sincerely from my heart.
Yeah.
And in the middle of preaching,
A burning passion.
I just felt, that the time was going to come where, whether it's Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Wednesday night, whenever it might be in a midweek Bible study, I don't know. I'm going to walk to the podium with nothing but my Bible, and I'm just going to pour out whatever I feel like, God has recently been dealing with me on.
Wow.
I don't feel like not just my burden or vision or spiritual vision for the local congregation, but I don't feel like I share enough what my heartbeat is.
I got you.
So, we think of preaching, we've got to be hooping and hollering, and we've got to be shouting, but sometimes, the shepherd just needs to slow down and say, okay, this is the reality of it. This is what's going on in our world. This is what's happening. Here's what the Spirit is saying to the church today.
So wait a minute. The louder you yell and the more that you spit isn't a more anointed preacher?
No. If you do all those things, please keep doing them.
Except spitting on people. Please stop that one.
But if that's not natural to you, don't try to be somebody else.
Signed all the people from the front row.
Yeah. But
I love it.
If you're a spitter, you know what? Stay on the platform.
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't mind at all. I have to wipe my iPad off a lot.
Man, I've known some preachers that no matter the gap between the front pew and
Come
the
on
platform. Anyways,
they got that fire hose.
How did we get here?
Well, I drove my car.
That's fair.
But in all reality, be yourself. Be yourself in your preaching and teaching.
Ooh,
don't try to be somebody else.
We need to do an episode, advice to preachers.
I wish I could remember.
I love this.
My goodness. I literally just heard. Oh, man. There's no way I'll even find it.
Oh.
I've got a note somewhere.
We're so sad.
So Johnny James, and it took me forever to find it, but Johnny James said, if you're a copycat, you're nobody.
Ooh.
If you're copying them, you'll never be them, so you're not them. You're nobody. And if you're copying them, you're also not you, so you're nobody. So the only way to be somebody is to be yourself.
That is good.
It was good. And that was from one of his messages at Because of the Times.
Oh, man. That is such a good way to put that, though.
That was right after he said, if you think age is just a number, you probably think King Kong was just another monkey. It was great.
Oh, you'll have to find that one and share it with me.
That sounds like the walking Bible.
Oh, man.
It was a joy just to hear him.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anything you want to leave us with today?
That's it.
Okay, what about some books?
What did we say?
Podcast links.
One of them is The Marketing of Evil.
Yes.
The other one is The Anxious Generation.
The Anxious Generation, yes.
The Anxious Generation is not a Christian-based book. He's a professing atheist. But he even deals with religion in the book. Dealing with religion from the standpoint of the whole idea of the book. and the influence of media,
That's
digital
awesome.
media on religion. So it's interesting.
That's very cool. All right. Thank you, Pastor, for joining us today. And
Thank you.
to each and every one of you listening to this. We love you. We appreciate you. We want to thank you for being part of our podcast family. Now go out and share the gospel of Jesus Christ with everybody that you meet and teach some Bible studies. God bless.